What's up, y'all? It's Dan. Today I wanted to talk about PvP and Deepwoken and where I think it's sort of fallen off and where I would say at some points it's even failed. So for a lot of people, Deepwoken's PvP is its shining feature, right? Because even though this is I guess, Rogue's legacy, it's not as much of an adventure game. A lot of the focus in Deepwoken is on PvP, right? And it is a very in-depth game. The parry system, feinting, mantra feinting, rolls, roll cancel dodging. A lot goes into PvP. And without a doubt, it is a skillful system, right? Compared to most other experiences on Roblox, this is certainly one game where if you're simply better, right? If you're a more skilled fighter, you can beat people with better gear, so on and so forth. However, I don't think people are talking about just how broken it's become, right? Just how much the system has failed and how at times it feels like it's getting worse. For me, I definitely feel as though I had a honeymoon phase with the game, right? I felt that even though there's not as much content, well, PvP is amazing, right? There's a few issues with PvP, but it's just balancing. Nothing's wrong with it. And as we get further into the game's life cycle, it's become apparent to me that there are fundamental issues with the game's design that are eventually going to creep into PvP, and it's already started now. And when I say that, I'm talking about just how strong some builds have become. Alright, when Deepwoken was first released, and when we got Deepwoken Direct and the little sneak peeks, we were told that while Rogue was power versus power and grossly unbalanced, Deepwoken was going to be skill versus skill. This was going to be different, right? It wasn't just going to be who had the best class or artifacts. It was actually going to be determined on your individual skill. And while that does exist in some way, it's ultimately just come down to whoever has the best build. In this match here, you're going to see me 100% stat check somebody, right? This is not skill versus skill. This is my build being better than his in every way. I didn't use mantras. I didn't inhale. I didn't do anything, really. All I did was M1 him. Have you been counting? I killed this guy in 8 M1s. Not empowered or anything. Just 8 curved wind M1s. This could have been the best player in the game. This guy could theoretically be better than me in every way. But I'm going to stat check him. And this next match here, this is actually me getting stat checked. This is somebody with a bungee gum light weapon, which is easily the best weapon type and enchant in the game right now. She's a dual element, Gale Shadow, which is as meta-mance as it gets. And I do end up winning this match, right? This is where I want to highlight the gray area in PvP. Although I am getting stat checked, she has a better build than me. Due to my individual skill, I do win this fight. However, without sounding arrogant or trying to be condescending, I would say I'm one of the best players on the game. At least top 10%, right? I am good at Deepwoken. So while I was able to win this, 90% of people would just get absolutely steamrolled, right? Does that necessarily mean the game is broken? No. I mean, technically, this is an example of skill beating power, but a very small minority of players will actually be able to pull that off. Most are just going to get completely flattened because they just have a shattered katana, nothing special. She's decked out and as broken as it gets.